Hey, what's up, guys? It's Eli Fishman from TalkingBall.net and YouTube. Eli Fishman Sports back with another interview. Today I'm joined by a former New York Met, 13-year Major League Baseball veteran, Endy Chavez. Andy, thank you so much for joining me today.
Oh, my pleasure, man.
Thank you so much for coming on today, man. I really appreciate it. You were picked up by the Royals in the Rule 5 draft in 2001. You went from the Mets to the Royals, back to the Mets, then to the Royals. What is your thought on that Rule 5 draft? You know, the rule is you go to whatever team picks you up, you play in spring training. If you don't make the team, you head back. And if you do make the team, you stay with that team. What's your thought on the Rule 5 draft? And, you know, were you happy to be competing with the Royals, or did you want to go back to the Mets?
Well, in that situation, you know, I had the opportunity to be picked in the Rule 5 by Kansas City Royals. And for me, you know, it's something good because it's the opportunity that I'm getting to play, to have the chance to play in the major. So, I wish I was with the Mets, but I didn't make the 40-man roster on that time. So for me, it worked out. So in the end, I didn't make the team, and I started in AA with Kansas City Royals. But a few months later, they called me up.
They called you up May 21st, 2001. Talk to me about that day, running out on the MLB field for the first time.
Oh, that was unbelievable because I wasn't expected. I thought the major league is going to be far away from that time, and it surprised me. I was playing good in AA, but I'm expecting they're going to call me up. And well, they did, and I was so happy. I don't know where to start. I called my family and stuff like that. But that was a great day, and I'm never gonna forget.
Talk to me about that feeling. You know, out on the MLB field, there's cameras everywhere, so many screaming fans. You're specifically at Shea Stadium, a great baseball atmosphere. Just talk to me about that feeling, that atmosphere down on the field. Looked at as a major leaguer. A famous hero to many people.
Well, the beginning of my career, I mean, the big stadiums, famous players. I didn't feel like I'm a professional baseball player. I like kind of fan looking into the guys that I just watch on TV. So that was a nice experience. And then I say, well, you're here with them. Now you gotta play baseball on the same level and just do it in the right way, so you can get a good result and stuff like that. And then I get used to, I see famous players and plans to get them.
You said famous players, great fans, great stadiums, great food, great clubhouses. What is the best part of playing Major League Baseball?
Wow. I mean, all stadiums, they're nice. It's fun. But like about the fans, like New York, they have a lot of fans that know about baseball, and they have some passion, very passionate every game. So it's a good experience that I have with the Mets, and the fans put you into the game. They make you do effort and do good every day.
First things first, before we get to the catch, talk to me about that 2006 playoff atmosphere at Shea Stadium. 45,000 people at Shea Stadium rooting for the Mets to win the World Series for the first time in a couple decades.
Well, that's the first experience that I had in the playoff. For the first time, I've been playing in October, and that was good. In the beginning, I just watching the game because I had no spot on the field. But in the first game, Cliff Floyd got hurt, and they just put me in the left field, and I played the whole playoff, and that was unbelievable because I wasn't expected to play, but I enjoy a lot, and that's amazing because it feels like it's another baseball, it's another stadium, to play. Each game, sold out. It's unbelievable experience.
All right, so now we're gonna watch a little video of the catch, and you're gonna take me through it.
All right.
All right. So Oliver Perez pitches it. Scott Rowland, that high fly ball off the bat. What are you thinking? Are you thinking that you're gonna be able to make that catch?
Well, honestly, when Scott Rowling stepped in, I just thinking they challenges in, and he got some pop. So I'm like, I made myself few step back, getting ready for any hit. He can hit it to left field, and well, in the first pitch, he just hit that bullet to left field, and I'm like, well, I know if that ball is not on the fence, it's a homer, but I had to get to the fence the fastest I can, so I can try to make the catch. But the sooner I seen the fence getting close and the ball is still up in the air, I'm like, honestly, I had like 10% that I can make the catch, but I just trying to hustle and do all that I can to reach the ball, and it happens. So when I feel the ball touching my glove, and I'm like, whoa, I got surprised because I never expected I'm going to get that jump. So I felt it, and I tried to bring it in. I threw it in the air because I didn't have the comfortable grip to hold the ball, but the ball still in my glove. So I just reacted and looked for Edmund where he was, and when I saw him stopping about shortstop, I'm like, well, we had a chance to make the double play. So I just reacted, throw right to the cutoff man, and we did the double play.
That catch, it sealed the postseason. You saved the Mets. You kept them going in the postseason. When you got back to the dugout, did Oliver Perez say anything to you? Did he give you a big hug and thank you for basically, saving him from ruining the Mets playoffs?
Oh, well, he was so happy, and also myself. But yeah, we just shook hands and enjoying the moment, and then we get out of that inning, 1-1 game. So it's cool, and I know he's not gonna forget it.
You made what's known as one of the most memorable catches in baseball history. One of the known as the best catch in Mets history. What does that mean to you to, go down in history with that catch and, have that plaque at where Shea Stadium was and just be part of Mets history like that?
Well, I appreciate it, right? Because, all the fans, it's like 11 years ago, and the people still talking about it. They still give me pictures to sign, and it's something that, it's feel good, it's grateful because the people, the fans, still appreciate what I did on that time for the team. It was so bad that we didn't get the win, but it's a nice experience, and something that I always joke about it, that I hit 300 in that year, and nobody talk about it. They just talk about the catch in the playoff, and I made very good catch on the whole my career, but that's the famous one. So I think that's the play. The people start recognizing me more in the major league.
Does that make you mad at all, though? You're a 270 career hitter. That's all-star caliber every single year. Not many people can say they even hit above 200 in Major League Baseball. You hit 270, all-star caliber. But does that make you mad that people talk about the catch and not that you were an MLB all-star?
No, not at all. Not at all. It's positive. It's something positive I did, and I'm proud. I'm proud of myself. I'm proud that I was able to make that catch in that moment, especially a moment in the Game 7, and save the game for the moment. It's something, positive, and always, I'm not going to have it on my mind, and I know the fans is going to help me to keep it for longer.
Somerset with the Somerset Patriots right now in the Atlantic League. It's your second year in the Atlantic League. Talk to me about this league and the opportunity that it's giving you to go back to affiliated baseball.
Well, yes. It's a good baseball. It's a lot of talent here. They got released or they have injury and stuff like that. Like myself, I face a good pitchers over here. I think it's a lot of players that they can still play in the pro ball, and they can still have chance the age to make it to the major league. And it's a nice experience for me. I'm playing to have fun and continue to be on baseball. And this thing gave me the opportunity to be this year with Somerset, and I enjoy it a lot.
22 years of baseball. You're in the Atlantic League grinding out. What keeps you going every day? What keeps that motor spinning to get you back to the Major League Baseball?
Well, I'm not exactly playing for Major League Baseball. I'm just playing to keep myself in shape and because I love the game. So I don't see the day yet to say I'm retired about as a baseball player. So trying to continue to play in my country in Venezuela too, putting some history over there, and that's why I'm using independent ball to continue to get in shape.
All right, last question. What is the biggest lesson that you have learned from baseball so far? The biggest thing that you've taken away?
The biggest thing. There's a lot of stuff we learn about baseball, but one thing that I learned is like all the time on baseball is not gonna happen the way you want. So you gotta work out and be patient and be positive, and if you don't do it in the first time, you gotta keep doing it, get up and do it again. So it's a challenge every day. So if you get crazy about it and you get desperate, it's something wrong to play baseball. So just get patient and work hard every day to get good results.
All right, thank you so much, man. Really appreciate you joining me.